Guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Benny and I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based in Budapest. If this is your first time, thank you so much for stopping by. I post beauty, lifestyle and personal development content here on YouTube. Kindly hit the subscribe button, like this video, share, comment, all that good stuff. Let's keep growing this community together. So as you can see by the title of today's video already, today I just wanted to come in here and quickly chit chat about a couple of things that I wish I knew, I wish I started, or I wish I took seriously in my early 20s. The first thing I wish I started in my early 20s, or wish I just paid more attention to, gave more energy to, just basically started out much earlier in my 20s, right, is having and maintaining a definite fitness routine. I can't emphasize how important it is, right, as a young person to develop a fitness routine. I feel like we see or we talk about this thing, yeah, and we just look at it like superficial. Oh, you know, it's good to be fit just for the physical aesthetics, but literally fitness pours into every aspect of your life. I knew it was good to be fit. I knew it was good to go to the gym. I didn't really know how deeply it could be of help to your life. Literally, staying fit takes your confidence level to here. And when I say fit, I'm not even just necessarily talking about like being toned or having abs or all that stuff. I'm not even like going that far. I'm just saying having a fitness routine pours so much into your life. It helps you mentally, it helps you physically, it helps you emotionally. Don't even sleep on fitness. There's also this respect that comes with being jacked, right? And this applies to both men and women. When somebody sees you and you're fit, you're hinged, you're jacked, it automatically makes them think of you as somebody that is very focused. Like, it's not a joke. It takes a lot of discipline, consistency, willpower to actually be jacked and stay jacked, because it's not just even like going to the gym, it's also like the food you're eating. It's a lot of things going on. It's a lifestyle. Going to the gym or having a fitness routine, right, can literally take you out of a sunken place. I used to be that person that just used to go to the gym because, you know what, if I don't go to the gym, I'm going to be fat. That was literally my only motivation. But life takes you through certain ups and downs, and the most unexpected places you actually find comfort. And I don't even believe I'm the one that's sitting here saying the gym is my comfort place. I wish I understood when I was much younger how important it is to have a fitness routine. So the second thing I wish I knew about and took really seriously in my early 20s, right, is learning, understanding, and really investing in passive income. Now, what is passive income? This isn't a finance class, but passive income is just basically the type of, you make an initial investment, you do the initial work, and after that, continuously, income keeps flowing to you as a result of that initial investment or work that you have done. I wish when I was younger, I really understood what passive income was, how it worked, and I wish I took time to actually like go deep into it. When I was younger, I knew about YouTube, right, but I didn't even understand how YouTube could be a business. Like, I didn't get it, like, how could this be a business? But then, you know, time passed and I got to understand that it's a very big source of passive income. I wish that when I was much younger, I wish I started, you know, doing things that could give me passive income, because my mindset at the time was, oh, you work and you get money, you do business and you get money, you do this and you get money. That was how I understood it. But like, the concept of passive income just wasn't a thing to me at that time. I'm glad that now I, you know, have some knowledge or some understanding about it and I can put it to use. But then something I wish I knew when I was much younger and I had focused a lot of my energy on. Third thing I wish I knew about, or I focused on, or I did more, I wish I, you know, improved my risk appetite when I was younger. It's so much harder now because a lot more is at stake, right? So you can't just like do risky things. But I wish that when I was much younger, I was more open to taking risks. And this is generally in many aspects of life. I was just too scared to take a lot of risks with people, a lot of risks with my career. I was just more risky, you know, with following like my passion, my dream, thinking about what I wanted to do, instead of just like, you know, staying in a place where I felt was safe. Maybe I would have failed if I had taken some of those risks, but then there's also the 50% chance and possibility that I would have done exceedingly well if I had taken those risks. At the end of the day, you are who you are, right? Like, your risk appetite is your risk appetite, and some people are just more averse than others, but you can improve. This is something you can actually develop. You can improve it, you can make it better. So I wish when I was much younger I was more open to, you know, improving and developing my risk appetite. It would have helped me to make more daring decisions, right? And trust me, nothing great comes out of your comfort zone. That's just the truth. So maybe greater things would have come out of those risky situations for me. Who knows? I'm not saying anybody should go ahead and go and start taking some risky risks out there, but the point I'm making is it's not so bad to have a healthy risk appetite. So the next thing I wish I knew about, right, and really focused on when I was much younger, like in my early 20s and all of that, would be forming and maintaining very, very strong personal boundaries. Now, this isn't to say that personal boundaries were not a thing, or I didn't have personal boundaries when I was much younger. It's just, you know, sometimes when you're not like so sure of yourself, you have these boundaries, but you let people cross them. You know it's a boundary for you because you feel some type of way when people cross those boundaries, right? So yes, you did have those boundaries, and from time to time you did express that this was a boundary for you and you were not happy with it being crossed. However, you were just not so firm. So when I say you, I'm talking to myself, like talking to my younger self, like you were just not so firm and hard about those boundaries. It's good to be flexible and flow through and mix with people, right? But at the same time, it's very important to maintain very strong personal boundaries. There's so many situations that you would not find yourself in. There's so many things you would not have to deal with. There's so many things you won't have to heal from if you have and maintain very strong personal boundaries. There's just a lot of shit that you won't have to deal with if your personal boundaries are very tight, if they're strong. This is in relation to like so many things, you know, your life, work, friends, relationship, family, everything. There's so much shit that you will not have to deal with. You don't have to confront. You wouldn't have to like bother about if your boundaries are firm. But if your boundaries are very shaky, you're not sure of them, you're not standing 10 toes on them and like making a point and be like, yo, listen, don't cross this boundary. Like, solid boundaries literally make you the definition of who you are. And they're so easy to ignore because I mean they're not tangible, they're not things that you can actually see. Easy to like just ignore, or to just like, you know, shift your boundaries or to adjust your boundaries because you're trying to be accommodating to other people, to other things, to other situations, right? I'm telling you now, take your set of values, form your boundaries, and stand solidly by them. Next thing I wish I knew, I wish I focused on, the next thing I wish, you know, when I was younger, I paid more attention to, right, is learning the art of detachment. When I say this, I don't mean it in like a toxic way. You know, there's this toxic type of detachment, being detached from people, being detached from like, you know, the world, your environment, just living in your own little bubble, and that's not what I mean. But there is a healthy level of detachment that is required to live a peaceful life, and this is detachment from things in general, most especially detachment from results. We are so result oriented. I was so result oriented. When you start something, all you can think about is the result, the end game. How is it going to end? And that's all you're thinking about, that you forget to actually enjoy the process, you forget to enjoy the journey, you forget about the lessons that you pick up on the way, the things that you learn, the things that you should be dropping along the way because you are so attached to the results. Stay stuck on something because you're not getting the result that you want. So you start a project, for example, and you're so focused on the outcome of this project, you're so focused on the results, that when it's not giving you the results you want, instead of thinking about it that, oh hey, okay, maybe I made a wrong choice about this project, maybe I should focus on something else, maybe I should try something else, you stay stuck there because you want that result to be the result you have in your mind. You are attached to the results that now you can't even see yourself doing anything else or achieving anything bigger because you're so stuck on that result. This happens in so many aspects of our lives, right? And I wish that when I was younger I understood that it's important to focus on achieving desired results, but it's not important to be attached to those results. Staying stuck on results will have you sitting in one place for years when you have no business doing that. In general, there is a healthy level of detachment that is necessary to live a happy life. You can't be so attached to the point that if whatever this thing is that you're attached to is taken away from you, you become so destabilized, you can't function, you can't live, it's unhealthy. It's so unhealthy and you can't go through life like that. Final thing I wanted to say, or the final thing I wanted to add that I wish I knew about, I wish I started focusing on earlier, I wish I started putting more energy into when I was much younger, in my early 20s, all of that, is the art of filling my own cup first before pouring into others. Now there's this there's this tendency, there's this human tendency to want to give as much as you can, to do as much as you can for somebody or for people. It's normal and it's natural. I feel like if you're a decent person, this is something that comes to you, right? And maybe when you're younger, you may not know that you cannot give what you don't have. You may not even know that you don't have this thing or you don't have enough of it to give, right? So you keep pouring and you forget that your own cup has to be full before you can pour into somebody else's. Like, you need to take care of yourself first. You need to be the priority. You need to put yourself first. You need to be okay mentally before you can help someone mentally. You need to be fine emotionally. And when I say fine, I mean over the board fine, so that you have some to give to somebody else. You need to fill your own cup first. When you go into pouring into other people when your own cup is not full, what happens is you become drained. You don't even realize it until it's almost too late. You become tired, you become exhausted, you start to lose yourself, you start to forget your purpose because you're so busy about other people's own. You start to forget yourself, you start to forget your own desires, your own aspirations, your own trajectory in life, your own journey. You start forgetting all these things because you're so focused on pouring into other people when your own cup is not full yet. This is so bad and so dangerous for someone who is in their early 20s. It's so bad. Don't do it. You are the main character of your life. Nobody's gonna live for you. Nobody's going to take care of you, literally. You are your own responsibility. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you found it informative and helpful. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know things you would tell your younger self or things that you wish you knew when you were so much younger, and let's have a conversation about it. I'll see you guys in my next video.